You a bad girl and your friends bad too. Oh, you got the swag sauce, you drippin' swag goo. You a bad girl and your friends bad too. Oh, you got the swag sauce, you drippin'
Hello,
swag goo.
girls. Hello. Can you hear? Okay.
Hey.
Hi, everybody.
Hey, y'all. Welcome back. Happy 4th. Well, when this come out, the 4th would have came and gone. So we hope you all had a safe and
Lovely.
an amazing 4th of July.
Yes.
I'm in a good mood. I'm feeling what's that TikTok saying? I'm still alive. I'm still alive. Cause that's how I feel. If y'all follow me on Instagram, y'all know I was sick. Oh, first of all, I'm just talking. I'm excited.
Right. We just really jumped right into it.
I'm just glad to be. I'm telling y'all, I thought I wasn't gonna make it.
To be in the land of the living.
Woo! Cause I was down and out, y'all. I was so sick. But anyways, welcome back to another episode of Black Bougie and About It, where you get real, raw, and rich conversation. I am your girl, Abney Ayana.
And I am Jessica Monique. Look, we glad
I was
you're
about
here.
to die, y'all.
Man.
Because I was texting Jessica like, y'all, I missed 3 days of work. That's how sick I was. Because, like, I could not, like, you know how when you get up and you get in the shower and you get out the shower and you just like, like, it took everything in you just to wash your own coochie.
Yeah.
Like,
you just standing there.
Like,
you standing in the shower.
I called my mama. I was like, Mom, I just can't do it. I was like, Ma, I know I need to go to work, but I just don't feel good. She's like, well, then just don't go. I mean, don't go.
But moms make everything so simple. Then don't go.
I'm like, but we got the orientation and I don't feel good and I don't want to let nobody down and I'm the only black person and that's what we need to talk about.
Ooh.
That pressure that we put on ourselves in work, where especially if we are the only like female or the only black person, or don't let you be the only black female, like that pressure that we subconsciously put on ourselves that we can't never have like a moment, not even to be sick, because it's like, if I'm sick, then this is a reflection of all the black people who gonna work, and then they gonna think we all lazy and don't want to do nothing. Like, and my mama was like, you need to let that go. She was like, you need to let that go.
Your mama said, look, you don't got to be the strong black woman every day.
She's like, you sick. She was like, you can't control being sick, Abney. It's not like you pressed the button and was like, I'm gonna be sick right now today. Yeah. And I was like, you right.
She's right.
When you right, I'm with you. So
she right. Yeah.
I feel great. So
we need to unpack that when Herb come on the show.
Yes, because I was like, I was crying on my mom. I just don't want to let nobody down.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, them Caucasian people don't give a fuck.
Man, they literally would be like, oh my God, my leg itches. I cannot come in today.
My daughter woke up and she had too much chocolate at this party, so I'm going to have to stay home. What that got to do with the work that got to get done? Okay. At least I was actually sick.
Man, it's crazy. We be on our like deathbed if we turn.
I couldn't breathe out my damn nose.
If we don't come to work, we are down bad. Like, white people be like, oh my God, I have such a headache. I just can't. That
had dairy.
That must be nice.
They be like, I had dairy yesterday, so I'm gonna have to stay home. I'm a little sick.
That must be nice. Just like the audacity to like even do that. Cause we be carrying so much all the time. Like how you said, I'm the only girl, I'm the only black girl. They're gonna think they don't have to do none of that shit. They just be like, I ain't feeling it today.
They not thinking like, if I don't show up in this moment, then this is a reflection of my people and they're not gonna give nobody else a chance because of me. Like, that's such a heavy burden to bear subconsciously. It's like, damn, if I don't do my part, then the next person ain't gonna get a chance. Do you know how? Oh, that's so heavy. Oh, yeah, we're gonna have to unpack that. We're gonna have to unpack that next episode. That's too heavy for the 4th of July. Jesus. Speaking of 4th of July. Or how are you? I know I'm back alive.
I'm good. I didn't have to work yesterday. Well, yeah, the day which was the third. So I didn't have to
Mhm.
work. So I just what did I do? I went and did the little like foot bath where you it takes like the toxins or whatever out of your body.
Mhm. Mhm.
I went and did that, and I got a yoni steam for the first time, and that was
How
fun.
was that?
It was fun. I
How
don't
does
know.
your yoni feel?
It feels
Any
good.
side effects?
What Blue Ivy said, it feels good. It felt good. I didn't have any side effects or anything. Like, it was really relaxing. They gave you some like little wine. And I don't know why
Mhm.
I was thinking it was just gonna be like this like hot ass like thing. It was not real,
Mhm.
real hot. It was almost kind of like sitting in a tub, but of course you're sitting on the seat. So it's
Mhm.
just the steam coming up, and it was
Mhm.
really relaxing. And then the place I went to, it was Healing Waters downtown, but
Mhm.
they give you kind of like a little gown to put on, and then when you put the gown
Mhm.
on, you kind of have it over the whole like seat. So all that
Mhm.
like steam and stuff is kind of like being held in by the gown.
Mhm.
So it was cool. They had a lot of herbs and all that stuff in there, so it smelled good. And like they have like little music on in there, so it
Mhm.
was nice. I did that, and like I pretty much just chilled. I had like a little self care day. That's gonna be
That's
something I think
good.
I'm gonna do after every time my homegirl leave town.
Yeah, that's good. That's a
Mhm.
good detox. Get all
Mhm.
that stuff out of there. Yeah, that's
Mhm.
good.
So yeah, I did that, and that's pretty much it. But everything else is going good. I just keep living, just keep swimming. That's all. Just keep going.
Can't complain.
Can't complain. Just keep going.
I
So
feel
yeah.
you on that. But since we're recording on 4th of July, when this episode comes out, it'll be Friday. But since we're recording on 4th of July, I did just want to kind of talk about like with us being Black women and with Juneteenth passing a few weeks ago, do
Hmm.
we feel like because like I know a lot of people who had to work on Juneteenth, whose jobs
Hmm.
didn't observe the holiday, who whatever, but a lot of folks, pretty much everybody is off for the most part for 4th of July. A lot of stores and businesses observe the holiday. Like,
Hmm.
so do we feel as Black women and as Black people, proud Black women and Black people, like, does this holiday have anything to do with this, or is it like another day of the year?
I definitely feel like it's another day of the year. Because even when I was young, it didn't feel like, yeah, we're celebrating freedom, even though it's 4th of July and we know,
Mhm.
what it is. We love a chance to get together and do a two step and cook out, put some hot
Right.
dogs on the grill. So I don't know. To me, it just feels like another good day to be off. The weather is good today.
Hmm.
Um, yeah,
Right. Right.
like
I've
that's
been telling
it.
people I'm celebrating what did I say? And I wrote it in the notes, so I want to make sure I said it right. Today I'm celebrating the independence, but I ain't celebrating my freedom.
Mm,
Cause
yeah.
I wasn't free. I wasn't
Hmm.
free. My people wasn't free when 4th of July became a thing.
Yeah.
We were still, slaves and all of that.
Yeah.
So today I'm, celebrating, the what is it, patriotism of it all for the other folks, but
Hmm.
I feel no connection, no relation. I just like seeing the fireworks and give me a nice little piece of meat off the grill.
Yeah. I love seeing the fireworks, and just like you said, I love getting me some meat off the grill. Especially now, like as years have gone by and people are more. I hate this word now, but woke.
Mm-hmm.
I think the woker people get, the less connected we feel to a lot of these like holidays because we know that it
Yeah.
don't have anything to do with us. And like when they were created or initially celebrated, they did not have us in mind. So that's why I said now I feel like we just take it as a day to be off, a day to like, cook, see our family. If you're gonna do anything, and just chill. Like it's not even serious to me anymore.
Not at all. Zero fucks are given.
Very much so. Like, yeah, it's just whatever. I'm just glad to be off. For real. um,
So yeah, I don't feel again, yeah, no feelings. Now I will say again, like I do like the festivities of it all. I enjoy
oh
the
yeah.
festivities. A good fireworks show, a nice cookout. I even go to like the little, what they be doing in the little parks, a little face paint, little carnival or something. I do
Yeah.
all that. I love that type of stuff, but
hmm
I don't even be wanting to put on no red, white, and blue. Let me tell you, you won't catch me in no red, white, and blue outfit.
Yeah, and you know what? You don't really see a lot of black people that just be like having flags outside their house and all that stuff. Occasionally, but that does scream to me like white person. I don't know if white people notice that or not. You is not finna see a whole lot of like flags outside of black folks' houses like that.
Mm-mm.
That's y'all thing. Now we might buy a little flag paper plate, for the festivities of it
A
all,
little
for
decoration,
the decoration
a
purposes.
little accoutrement.
You know what I'm saying? But we ain't finna like the house
Now
all the
that you
time.
say that, when I think about all the black people houses I've been to in my black ass life, I ain't never seen no type of flag hanging in nobody's yard.
We don't be doing the flag. It gives me
They'll
very
have
much.
garden gnomes and the fake ass deer and everything else in the yard, but they ain't gonna have no flag.
Grandma now had angels and stuff out there, the little fountain. They had
Right?
them
You be
the
like,
little crosses,
girl,
like
y'all
God
ain't even
bless
that
this
big. Why
home.
you got all this shit in the front yard?
Man, we love a potted plant. I love some potted plants too. A reef on the
It's always the fake animals that get me, like the deer and,
the
and
little
the
frog.
little gnomes. Yeah, I'm
Mhm.
just like, why would you want a fake deer in your front yard? But
It's just for the
anyways,
ambiance.
we
For
love
the
to decorate,
ambiance.
boy. We love to put some shit together. Let me tell you that.
Yeah. But nah,
But anyways,
I don't really do the flag. I'm good off that.
yeah. Well, speaking about flag and this my country, tis of thee,
Child.
sweet land of liberty.
I, I
I don't
get
know
it.
much. I don't know how much liberty we gonna have left because they snatching that shit away every
All that's
time they get
gone,
a chance.
child.
So last week, I think it was Friday, June 30th, the
Mhm.
Supreme Court met. They got together, and I didn't even know what was on. First of all, I didn't know they was meeting, and maybe that's not my part because I'm not tuned in like that. But I guess they had a list of shit that they just had to get done, and they said, "You gonna go? We gonna deal with you. We gonna matter of fact, just give me all that shit because first of all, they overturned affirmative action.
Yep.
That was the biggest thing that they decided to do, which if a lot of people don't know, that is where like prevents businesses, I think, colleges and other institutions from discriminating against people
Mhm.
based upon like their race and different things and letting them into that institution. So a lot of places like a Harvard or Yale who pretty much wouldn't even look at a black person's application because of the pure fact that they were black. When affirmative action came around, that pretty much put the pressure on them to basically say like, hey, you have to at least look at the resume. You have to entertain the thoughts. Now it's still a very low chance.
Mhm.
Just because those are those schools that you get in, but affirmative action did give a lot of opportunity to a lot of minorities and people of color who
Absolutely.
might not have gotten those opportunities to attend those type of schools and
Absolutely. I
so
think my biggest issue with people having a problem with affirmative action is they think that it is people not earning their like spot. Like what's that girl named Candace Owens, the black girl?
mm,
She said
such
something
a coon.
yeah.
Such a coon.
We're gonna keep her lifted up because her and her hair. But she said that too. She kind of basically was like, if they didn't earn it, they don't deserve to be there. And my
Mm.
problem with that is the black people and people of color absolutely do earn it, but they get
Oh,
looked
that's right.
over on purpose. That's the thing. Like they specifically like say no, we don't want y'all here, or they'll admit legacy people who may not even have the grades, or
Right.
just like they had that scandal a few years ago with the lady from Full House when she was paying for her daughter's SAT scores and
Oh, yep.
different recruiters and stuff like that. If you have the money and the influence to do that, which a lot of these black and brown folks don't, and you really like got in off of your actual like intelligence and your smart,
Mm-hmm.
then you'll be looked over by somebody who wrote a check. And that's what
Right.
these kind of things like ensure that our people, have space in these places. I just think it's very unfortunate. Just like everything else, if it feels like this country is going to hell in a handbasket. And at the same time, I'm not even surprised. Like when I heard it, I was like, dang, but I was kind of like, well, it's about it looked like it's on
Once
like,
when they did the whole abortion thing, what was that last
mhm,
year? Yeah, like a
mhm.
year ago. That's when I was like, all right, they
Yeah,
got to start snatching shit left and right,
yeah.
because that was like such a. I think a lot of people don't realize that was such a big thing that happened, and I guess because people thought that was just a women's issue, not realizing that that's a human right issue. Because
Mhm.
if you start taking away women's rights, what's to stop them from taking away anybody else's rights? That's
Of
like
course,
that's the whole point.
of
So
course.
with this happening, I hope that these institutions themselves have maybe possibly grown past the
Mhm.
discrimination. I know that's wishful thinking and hopeful thinking
It is for
for,
some of them.
for
It
some of
is.
these
Yeah.
places, but I'm hoping that they'll still give people a chance, because there's a lot of, black people, brown people, and minorities who like deserve these opportunities,
Hell yeah.
who have worked their ass off, who have studied for the test, who have done the extra credit classes and gone to the tutoring sessions and
Mhm.
whatever, done the extracurricular activities that deserve to be in these places. And like you said, a person who can write a check doesn't deserve a spot over that person.
Yeah.
So
It's like we've said on here before. A lot of these like white people, and this is not just shade. If we have any white fans out there, hey y'all, but this what y'all mom and them need to be talking to y'all about. They are no more smarter than we are.
exactly.
Like I know because of like just history and just trauma, we associate white people with being like elite and smarter and better and stronger and
And
faster.
that's what they're doing. That's
And
because they brainwashed us.
right, they brainwashed us. And honestly, it's time for us to snap out of that shit. That's not the truth. Like it's so many times where I've been in college and been in groups with white people and they don't know shit.
Couldn't rub two pieces of paper together and give me something.
Okay? Nothing. They trying to cheat off your damn paper because they know you did your work.
Hey, look, let me tell.
Come on now.
No, I'm talking about give 0%.
Come
I
on
can't
now.
tell you how many group projects I was in college where motherfuckers showed up the first day and I never, ever, ever saw them
Saw
again
them
until it was
again.
time, to turn the goddamn project in.
Exactly. Even in workspaces, how we were just talking about, like if they have a headache or something, they want to go home. White people be showing up. They don't be having on business casual clothes. Let's talk about that.
Mm-hmm.
We be trying
Neither
to.
do I.
I mean, nah, we don't. But what we think is not business casual, and what they be having on is totally different. Even when I
Yeah.
worked at said place, okay, one of the girls that worked there, she would put on a balled up white t-shirt and then throw a
Mm-hmm.
suit jacket on top of it. And then damn near throw on some leggings, and then they love them little loafers you just stick your foot in. Baby, you ain't. What is this?
I ain't gonna lie, I like that outfit. It depends on how you put it together.
But it's the fact that they be looking disheveled all the time. Like
Oh,
even the
yeah.
guys, the khaki pants ain't been ironed. The shirt, your collar lazy, that ain't been ironed. You ain't got the first piece of cologne or deodorant on. Your hair wet. Then you showed up unprepared. They don't be having a notebook, no kind of like work bag,
Yeah.
all over the place. Like this is the kind of stuff that I'm talking about, and I just be noticing stuff like that because those niggas would be their favorite. Those people will be like your boss's favorite, and they never have their shit together, and that's just a
And a
prime
lot of times, them type
example.
of people know somebody that knows somebody. So the only reason that they in
Yeah,
that situation is due to the connection.
Yes.
So
And I'm not saying
yeah.
every time. I'm just saying it's so many settings that I've been in, whether it's professionally, whether it's been at school, where they don't be on point at all. At all.
Yeah.
And I hate that we always like walk in sometimes feeling like, oh well, I have to like prove myself. Girl, you done already did that.
Mm-hmm.
Like a lot of times they
You just need to
already
show up
know.
as you are.
Yeah, like they already know you probably the smartest person in the room, but it's that mind thing. It's like they mind fuck everything to make you feel like, oh, I need to be working harder. They know you gonna stay late. They don't ask that nigga to stay
Mm-hmm.
late.
Yeah.
Cut all that shit out.
And that's why you got to create boundaries. You do what you're supposed to do. That's it. And keep
Exactly.
it pushing. On top of the affirmative action being overturned, they also decided to block President Biden's loan forgiveness program,
I was
which,
surprised.
I mean, I wasn't paying them shits back. I mean, because Sally Mae didn't have shit to do with this. But, I do hate it for, I guess, some of y'all who had federal loans who thought that you was about to be debt free. I hate that for you. But now you got to get on your Zoom. And I guess you got to take, because see, the difference, see, a lot of y'all be thinking it's better with the federal loans. No, it's actually worse. Because one thing about the government, they going to come get their money.
Yeah.
It's like doing taxes. They gonna come get their money from you. So if you think they not gonna come and try to get them federal loans back, I'm sorry, ma'am. They gonna eat your damn check. They're gonna take it out of your check.
I really hate that I even got student loans in the first place. Okay, shout out to Poppy. I love those.
I'm trying to get my stomach together for the Beyonce concert next week because I gotta
yes,
my
I drink those all the time. I love those. But yeah, I really hate I even got student loans. And honestly, if I didn't have student loans right now, my credit would be so much better. Just like all the things. And my problem really with Sally Mae is they don't try to work with you. Like they, based on the amount of money that you owe, they've already decided what they think your minimum payment should be. So like whether or not you can afford it or not is almost like irrelevant to them. They just feel like this is how much you should be paying. And that's crazy as hell. Cause I'm not finna pay that much money every damn month.
I guess, and my thing is, and I guess that's why I don't care about paying it back. I'm like, so what's the goal here? Like, what's the end goal? After I pay you all this money back, then what? I'm quote unquote debt free. But I don't like, from what I've been told when I talk to people, it's like Sally Mae ain't even that bad on your credit compared to some of these other things. That's why I was saying, like, a Sally Mae loan is not as bad as the federal loan because like federal when you owe the government, they gonna get their money.
I mean, for me, it's because at one point I was like steady paying it back. And then I started getting behind on my payments, you know what I'm saying? When I wasn't making that much damn money.
Well, see, when you start paying, that's how I see, yeah.
Yeah. But see, mine were deferred. Mine were deferred when I got out of college. And so I kind of had to start paying them back because literally they were like calling and like they was calling me down. They even called one of my cousins. I don't even know how.
Oh no, let me tell you. But I guess, and maybe mine is I get a little break on it because me and my mom went on mine together. So like they called both of us, and I'm not like, look, I ain't got it on me, and even when I have it on me, I don't know if I'm gonna give it up. So
even when I got it on me, I'm not getting it to y'all.
I got other shit to do.
Yeah. So that's my problem. Like they called one of my cousins, and I want to say they called like my uncle, something, baby. They was trying to
bill collectors will find when you owe some folks some money. They gonna call. Them bill collectors are gonna call. They gonna call your grandmama and them, your auntie and them, your cousin, whoever got the last name Washington.
And that's the thing. What my uncle don't even have last name is not Washington, and now my cousin who they called hers is, but like she was nowhere near that student loan. Like nothing to do with it. My uncle either.
They saying somebody over there got some money.
So when they told me that they called them, the way we all laughed, because we was like, baby,
They still ain't gonna get their money.
baby, like it's crazy to me. I just feel like I don't know. And honestly, I feel like all of these little things are just ways that they use to keep people of color out of certain spaces. Cause like how we were just talking about affirmative action, like a lot of white people, not all white people have money. So let's also get that straight too. Not all white people grew up in a
Right.
2-parent household with money and all the things.
Right.
That's a lie too. They be having
Mhm.
deadbeat daddies and all the things as well. Okay.
They be having a lot of drama.
They be having a lot of drama
It
too.
be messy.
Yeah. And it be ghetto. So let's not
like
think
very
that.
much so.
Very much
I know
so.
a situation right now that I'm thinking of. I'm like, woo,
Yeah.
y'all living in the damn garage of somebody else's house? How that work?
Fentanyl. Ooh. I don't know nothing about that lifestyle. But yeah, when they have money, you don't have to go get loans. You don't have to go get, assistance to pay for school. And it's not a secret that most people that are in college right now in America are people of color. Ooh. So like us having all these loans and all these financial setbacks is gonna set us back when they get out of school. It's gonna affect you buying your home, you buying your car, your 401k, and all these things. Like I just feel like all of it is not by design. And I think that's one of the only reasons why they won't forgive it. It's because most of the people who have
I want to know who made up all this shit. Like who? Because when like when we listen to them stories, like you remember when we were in Allen class and they were talking about like how this is how the radio was invented. And I be thinking about like back in them times, they didn't have no motherfucking 401k, and but they had maybe a retirement plan, maybe, which was like they would match whatever you made when you retired over a certain amount of years. They would give you that at the end of your 30 years, maybe back in the day. But they didn't have all this credit this and 401k and done a Bitcoin and this money and that money. It's like, to me, I almost feel like we need to go backwards and go back to where it was just dollars and cents. Like it's just too.
Y'all trying to take everything else back. Take that back.
It's too, and they don't teach the shit. So that's what I'm like. You really, and we've said this before on this podcast, and this goes beyond the parents. They don't teach you about none of this shit in life. You don't learn about it in preschool, middle school, elementary school, high school, and you damn sure don't learn about it in college unless that's your major, like finance or something. So
and as much money as you pay for school, I have always felt like college, even though hell, I went to 3 of them to get my damn degree. I have always felt like college was a scam. Like, why is college so expensive? Why? And then you could leave college and still not really feel 100% prepared for everything that you want to do.
You're not gonna feel prepared.
I
feel like if we asked majority of the people we know that went to school with us, I feel like majority of them will respond if we like honestly and would say no, they did not feel prepared. They had to figure that shit out.
Yeah, I mean, and then when you get out of college, you're not guaranteed to get a job. And then when you start looking for jobs, they want you to have experience. But you ain't got no
5 years worth of experience for an entry level job. So if I'm trying to get in the door, because that's what entry level means. Excuse me, y'all. My lips. I'm trying to get in the door. So you mean to tell me you want me to come with 5 years of experience to get in the door?
In the door.
If I'm trying to get in the door, don't that mean I ain't never been in the door before? So that's why I'm trying to get in the door. That's why I'm getting entry level. If I had already been here before, I get something higher up. I'm not gonna have 5 years experience for no entry level ass job.
And that's why I say it's a scam.
Or
That's
college,
why.
they need to teach you the shit you need to learn. Talk about for like maybe stop making fucking algebra 2 a required fucking class for freshmen. Like
Yeah.
you have to take a required math class and have a required credit course where you teach college freshmen about how to properly get a credit card and balance and
Mm-hmm.
manage it and
Mm-hmm.
build credit and all of that. Teach people how to actually survive and make it.
Yes.
Because you all y'all teaching us that algebra shit that don't nobody use that shit. And I'm so fucking tired
Nobody.
of people saying nobody out here talking about
Yeah.
Pythagorean theorem, a squared plus b squared equals c squared.
Never.
Okay?
Never. We
Never.
actually talk about this a lot at work because obviously with what my boss does, you don't have to have a real estate license to wholesale houses. And so it's a lot of people. You don't even have to have a GED, a high school diploma. You know what I'm saying? You could just decide to do it and do it. And he always talks about how like school is pretty much a scam. Like, cause even what he went to school for and he went to UAB, he ain't even using his major. And so, but he's still successful. And so a lot of things that we were taught, we just don't need. Like, I feel like it's cool to know certain historical things and like I almost feel like it should be based on like interest or like if it just has something to do with your major. Like if you want to be a teacher, then yeah, you probably need to go through all the things so you can be knowledgeable. But like if you want to be a dentist, you probably don't need to know everything about like American literature. Like some of the stuff I feel like it's just extra things that cost more money and I could take that out. Like
I
I
wouldn't
could do
mind
without
it
that.
being so expensive again if I got some actual life skills from it on how to survive. Like I'm talking about like there are homeless people out there on the street who got
Mhm.
college degrees.
Oh
And
yeah.
it's not because they're not smart, but it's because nobody taught them how to manage money and properly take care of themselves and their lifestyle.
Mhm. Yeah.
It's more people like millionaires that done gone broke than y'all think. Like, look
Oh
at some of
yeah.
these athletes. You know, it's
Yeah.
like you have this super crazy, talent, but nobody has set you down to tell you how to spend money and properly invest your
Mhm.
funds and don't go blow all your money on cars and chains.
And it's crazy because I feel like, again, I feel like it's set up for you to fail. Like, as much money as you spend on college, you should at least get out of college and have a job or like
Mm-hmm.
working towards something. Like, college should afford you certain opportunities. It should be some kind of like exclusivity where, like, oh, you should be able to leave college and do X, Y, Z in the third.
Like how it used to be back in the day.
Yeah, it should be like that. Now, I guess it's because everybody
Which is
goes.
why our parents is like, go get you a piece of paper
Yeah,
so
go
you
just
can
go
have
to
it.
get
And
a
it's like,
degree.
I keep trying to tell my mama that the piece of paper don't mean the same thing that it
Yeah,
meant 30, even 20 years ago. It don't
no.
mean the same thing. The last 15 years with social media and media as a whole conglomerate has changed the game forever for talking about going to school and
Hmm.
doing stuff. You got
Yeah,
dentists who out here on TikTok and shit. Hell, Dr. Miami. Like, people who have traditional roles are more making more money online than they do
online.
in a traditional job.
Yeah, and honestly, even if that was not your, if you didn't have a expertise or that you specialize in, you could just get online and be your damn self. Like
Tabitha
nowadays,
Brown.
you could just get online and be yourself and you are the brand, like you are the business, and you don't need an education to do that.
Keith
Sure,
Lee.
you need to learn business things and whatever like along the way, but like you learn that as you go.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I definitely wish my parents had encouraged me to like think more outside of the box when it came to school, because it's like when you get taught that like there's no other way to do it than that, you just think like,
Mm-hmm.
oh, okay, I guess I'm going to college, I guess that's what I'm doing.
Mm-hmm.
I just wish somebody had been like, this is what you need to do, because I
Mm-hmm.
really didn't know what I was doing.
Yeah, I still don't know what I'm doing, and that's not like
Shit, me neither.
it's this shit is trial by error. Like, and honestly, like money is. And maybe this is I'm subscribed as a part of the delusion that some of y'all are out there, but it's just like money's fleeting, so I know I'm gonna get it back. Like as long as I work hard and I put forth my effort, in maintaining my lifestyle, I'm no longer worried about like, oh, I need to do this with this and da 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 da. It's like when I get there, I get there. Like I can't control like my circumstances. Yes, I can work harder, and get to a better place, but I am where I am at a moment. It's only so much you can do.
Yeah.
So I'm becoming at peace.
That's kind of how I feel about it. I'm becoming at peace too. Like it is what it is. What's for me won't pass me by, and I'm working towards everything I want. So why even stress about it right now? That's how I feel.
Right.
Like if I want something, I'm gonna buy it within reason. But
right, definitely within reason.
Within reason. But it's like it might as well. Shit.
Yeah. So, moving on to I guess the raw portion of the show. We were going to talk about Elon Musk and Twitter, but the rate, y'all know what happened. The rate limit over the weekend. I think that was Saturday. Could nobody use their Twitter because Elon had caught himself putting a rate on it. Rate limit of I guess how many tweets you could see if you didn't if you weren't paying for the premium version of Twitter, which ain't nobody doing that because who the fuck doing that? Nobody. So, anyways, we're gonna move on to the raw portion of the show because I just been wanting to talk about this because I have came across a little snow bunny.
A little
I don't know. Can you call white men snow bunnies? Are they snow bunnies, or is that a term for only women? Yeah, I'm gonna take it. I'm gonna reclaim my time.
I don't know what they do.
Oh my goodness. Anyways, I have been texting this white dude, and it's giving a little something. So I don't know. We're gonna see. I'll keep y'all updated on what's going on. But this did make me think, when have either one of us ever before, been interested in anybody outside of our race? It doesn't have to be a black person, but anybody outside of our race. And then, how we would handle that. And then are there any people like celebrity wise that are non-black that we are like, okay, I see you. I see you.
Okay, so I've never talked to anybody outside my race before. Y'all know I don't do pink meat. You got to be
actually don't be looking at pink. I think it depends on the people, but
got to be well done. Put it back in the oven for me. I like my hot dog burnt. So
do I. But I'm at this point in my life where I want to be respected. That's what I want. I want to be respected. I want to be talked to nice.
I'm joking, but I'm for real. But I want you to be happy. Like I'm not mad at nobody doing nothing that makes them happy. If you find somebody in your life that treats you well, that loves you right, is doing all the things, girl, get your things. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm here for that. Right. Yeah, I'm here for that. Now, okay, I have never really when I was younger, I guess because when you're in your teeny bopper stage, I used to like Jesse McCarthy. What's it called?
Aaron Carter. Yeah, Jesse McCartney.
Like Justin Timberlake and the guys like that. I did used to like them when I was younger. But I never really came across a lot of white guys in person. Maybe because I went to black schools, my whole life. I never really came across a lot of white guys in person that I just had a crush on or that I liked like that. But if they had called me when I was younger, before I was very much Angela Davis, they probably would have had a chance. But now at this big black age in my life, child, get on.
Like I said, I probably, if y'all go back to some old episodes, I probably just said I would never be with a white man. But I'm again, when you actually have done some of the work and you're healing, you realize that something and not to say I still love brothers. I'm not talking. I'm not gonna ever be if I did get with a white man, I'm not gonna be I'm with somebody white. So yeah. No, I'ma still be a nigga. Okay, and that's just gonna be what it is, because that's who I am. But again, I just want to be appreciated. I want to be respected. I want to talk to somebody who values me as an individual, not just my body, or somebody who gonna talk to me on Monday and then not talk to me for another 2 weeks and then be like, yeah, I was busy. I've been busy. That's enough. I know this is not on topic, but I gotta put this out there.
Oh Lord.
Y'all niggas is not busy. Like, stop lying. Stop saying y'all ain't making no real ass money. You not making no real ass moves. You not doing no real ass shit. You're doing regular shit. Having a job that you signed up to do, that's what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to go to work every day. So they don't make you busy. That means you're going to work. So like, stop. And that's one of the reasons why I'm talking to the white man, because I'm like, I'm so over the busy bullshit. Y'all niggas is not that busy. If Barack Obama had time as the president of this country to stop what he had to do to pick up that phone and talk to Michelle, y'all can pick up the phone and talk to me. And that's not to say that like, oh, because I know the men, I'll be like, well, y'all be wanting niggas who got shit going on. Y'all want niggas who's making moves. You mean to tell me you make moves 24 hours, 7 days a week?
People make time for exactly what they want to make time for.
Like, miss me with that bullshit. And I'm going to always say that it's bullshit, because it do be bullshit. Like, you ain't that damn busy. Just, if you don't want to see me, just say that. Because I respect the honesty of that. Instead of like, oh, I got to do this, and then I got to go here, and then I got to I don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
But anyway,
if you want to see me, you will. That's the moral of the story. If you want to see me,
let me tell you something about the white man. White men are already like, shit, I get back in town from my family on Thursday. I can see you when I touch down.
Now, disclaimer, that's your white man.
Right. Let me preface that I'm dealing with a white man who likes black women, who prefers black women. He has he has been married to a black woman, has a child with a black woman. Yes, he is a black woman dater. So he probably done already had several experiences dealing with certain shit. So he already coming a certain way. But
that's I was about to say, across the board, men don't be shit sometimes.
And it ain't no color on that.
It ain't no color on that. So I don't want to make it seem like, oh, like I'm going to date a white man because it's better. It's
oh no, like that's why I was saying I ain't never gonna be like looking down on my people. But what I'm saying is the busy shit is getting old. Because even if he was like on that shit, I would not be interested. I'm not interested in dealing with a nigga who's busy all the time. Because what the fuck I'm gonna deal with you for if you ain't got no time for me?
Yeah, for real. Well, I'm okay with it. We like a little creamer in our coffee.
I mean, if anything, I'll get a story out of it, and sometimes I like to do things for the story. Especially now at this point in my life. Like, I'm coming to grips with like, okay, you know what? I might not be at my stage of life to get my knight in shining armor, whatever color he might be. And, be the wife and all of those things that I want to be right now. So, you know what? I'm going to live my life to the fullest. I'm going to do the things I want to do. I'm going to, travel, and I'm going to cater to myself. And then, when my moment comes to be the wife and all of that, I will act accordingly.
What's for you won't pass you by.
I'll keep y'all updated though on my snowflake. Cause I done already seen some things, and I'm like, you know what? It don't look that bad. It don't look that bad.
What men outside of your race, like celebrities, have you liked?
I think I was like a lot of the world, Mr. Captain America, Chris Evans. I thought he was a nice, handsome looking. Yeah, like he's a nice looking Christopher Jamal. I think he's a nice looking white guy. I would say the same thing even about Thor. I think he's like a nice built, stocky, looking white man. He brings what needs to be brought to the table. I will even give Tom Cruise back in the day. Not Tom Cruise right now. Yeah. But Tom Cruise back in the day had a nice little, appeal about him, young Tom Cruise. I'm trying to think. It's not many, because it's hard for them to be fine. Oh, what's his name from Family House? I'm not Family House. What's the name of that show with the Olsen twins? What's the name of that shit?
Full House.
Everywhere you look, there you go.
Full House.
Uncle, what's his
Uncle
name?
Jesse.
Uncle Jesse was fine. Uncle Jesse was fine back in the day. Well, no, John Stamos still he give a little something. He give a little zaddy energy to me.
He look like a little vampire to me. It's the dark hair. It's giving me Twilight a little bit.
He got a tan though. He got a tan. He's very tan.
It be the dark hair and the light eyes. It be giving me.
He don't have light eyes. Uncle Jesse don't have light eyes.
He has I think his eyes are like blue or something.
I'm gonna have to go back and look at Uncle Jesse. I thought
it be giving me.
I thought Uncle Jesse was fine.
The Cullens.
Oh, what's his name? Did you ever watch School Days? Not School Days. What's that other little show where Mario Lopez was on? Saved by the Bell.
Oh yeah, Zach Morris.
Zach was fine back in the day.
Zach
was fine. I'm just going.
Yeah.
If I passed that white man in the 80s on the street, I would have been like, you know what?
He was wearing his little retro J's and shit. Yeah, he was.
And he gave. I don't want to be invited to the cookout, but if I so happen to be able to go,
I know how to act. Yeah, I know how to act.
Right. I know I want me. I know what I want on my plate. He gonna already know. He gonna be like, I want the green beans.
Yeah, I know some of the words to the songs and
I want the cornbread and not a biscuit. Thank you.
I would say, see, for me, if I had to date a white man, he had to be foreign like that. Like he had to be like with the beard.
The football player nigga. That football player nigga. You know who I'm talking about? He not a nigga, but the football player dude. You know what I'm talking about? He was with the black girl. He got the face. He got the beard. It gives spicy white. He wear the earrings. Woo!
It's like, are you mixed? Yeah. Do you have a black dad? It's giving that. Yeah, he have to be fine like that kind of white dude. That would have to be what I would need to date a white guy. He had to drive like a truck that's been lifted and all that stuff, and like, yeah, it had to be that type. And I couldn't be with like the white guys we see just around town. That's just for me. For me in my house.
No, I agree. I also agree. To my defense, the white man that I'm entertaining is 6'4". So that already let y'all know what type of caliber of nigga. Yeah. Or let me stop saying nigga. Man, I'm dealing with. You know?
Like that.
Like
it have to be like that. I used to think Brad Pitt was so fine. Like when he was,
they just don't age well.
No, that's the thing. But he was so fine to me, like in Mr. and Mrs. Smith, and in Fight Club and all. He was so fine, and he has a swag to him too.
Channing Tatum, I know.
Yes.
But Channing Tatum is step up. Channing Tatum now he's starting to look a little old. It's starting that white starting to crack.
He's hitting that eye.
But him and step up. I thought Channing Tatum was the finest thing.
Even in Coach Carter, he was fine as hell.
Ooh, and the first Magic Mike. Ooh,
yeah,
the first.
I can't believe that came from Coleman.
I was like,
that came from Coleman.
But he went to Asper, so he cultured. That's why he learned how to dance like that. He went down there to Asper and got with the niggas. He went outside around the corner up the street. Because he was going to Asper before they gentrified downtown Birmingham. So he was out there with the niggas.
Yeah.
He was out there
when they was having city stages. Yeah.
He was out there on the corner. He was out there getting it. So shout out to Channing Tatum.
I'm trying to think.
Hero.
Hometown hero. I'm trying to think. It's not a whole lot of them.
I know the white people in the comments might be like, it's da-da-da and blah-za-za and pa-da-ta. No, it's not.
No, it ain't. They not on our list.
There is some non-black men that are fine though, like Jason Momoa.
Yeah, fine.
What's that guy? Pedro Pascal.
Mm-hmm.
He's been everywhere lately. He did the Mandalorian and The Last of Us. He's like Argentinian or something. I don't know if I'm saying
Okay.
it right.
Okay. I love the
I'm trying to think.
Spanish men. I like
I
that.
do.
I like
I know he
that.
got hit with the sexual assault allegation, but I don't know if they're still exploring it. But that guy who was in Wakanda Forever, he was fine too. Enoch, that
Oh,
was his name or
really?
whatever. Yeah, the lead guy who played
I
the
didn't know he
king.
got that.
Yeah, I saw an article on that sometime last week because he was supposed to do some movie with Netflix, and he released a statement just saying, "Hey, I'm gonna not do the movie because I want the other people in the movie to be able to have a successful movie, and I don't want these allegations
Oh
to
wow.
overshine me being in the movie." But he said he didn't do it, and he's not guilty and all of that. So yeah.
Well, that's
But
sad. I don't know.
I don't know. I feel like it's something in the water almost. I'm like, a nigga get up a little bit, and here comes somebody talking about some shit. Meanwhile,
I
Trey
always
Songz walking around here, a free man.
child, and even they trying everything they can to get his ass. That nigga is
Who is his team? Who is his legal team? Because let me tell you, he ought to be broke by now. How many cases he has settled outside of court?
baby.
He ought to be broke. He ought to be broke because I mean, every other week is something else coming out about Trey Songz, and nobody's talking about. Nobody be talking about this shit.
Nobody. Ain't nobody trying to do no interview or nothing.
In
It's
15
so
years,
crazy.
we gonna get the surviving Trey Songz.
Oh yeah, and then it's gonna be some dark ass. I can't believe he was doing this ass shit. And then they're gonna be like, I told you guys to believe Keke Palmer. That's gonna surface all over again. And
That's gonna be the opening clip. It's gonna be like, when this happened, the world thought it was a lie. And it's gonna be Kiki on the Breakfast Club. You know, I had to hide in the closet.
But the thing is, yeah.
And then it's gonna transition to some girl crying. You know, when I saw that interview, that's when I finally felt understood. And then
I
we gonna
knew
get
I
into
had
the
to
nitty gritty.
something.
Right. It's gonna get messy.
Yeah,
Messy.
Honestly, it kind of reminds me of like the whole Russell Simmons thing because I mean after that situation with like Kimora and like the girls or whatever, Aoki and Ming calling him out online or whatever, people was like, well, you know, he started dating Kimora when she was 17 or 18, like what did you expect?
16.
Like yeah, like what did you expect? And it's like, I mean, yeah, I get that because that does actually establish a pattern. But when I watched his documentary, it wasn't the fact that the girls was young. It's just the fact that that nigga was nasty.
I was about to say, because in the documentary for it wasn't even young women. These were like women of age. He just was
grown
nasty, like
women.
you said, just like a nasty ass nigga.
He
Not
was
to say that there's a good or a bad, but
right.
He was just one of them niggas who used his power and abused his power to, you know, get what he wanted from women.
Yes.
You know?
Yeah. And then too, it's kind of weird to me how some of these guys who do be in positions of power get off on just like, I don't know, like dominating women or like putting them in very uncomfortable situations.
Well, I think that comes from them not liking women, and we said that on the podcast
I
before.
do think that,
because I believe men who sexually assault women don't actually like women. Like they don't have a genuine appreciation for women, which is why they assault women, because they secretly don't fuck with us. They can't stand us.
I think it's many things. I think it's that. Definitely. I think it's like the sexual gratification of it all, because a lot of them like sometimes when you've been handled a certain way, now you view sex a certain way. And so like that's just the way you get your rocks off. Like you got to be in control of it. And then I also feel like it could have been like, what happened to you? Like did something happen to you where you always feel out of power, or like you the weak one. And so now you want to feel in control, but you ain't gonna do that shit with no other man who can beat your ass. You gonna do it with women because you feel like you
And
can
that's
get
what I'm saying.
over
They
on
hate
them.
women. You like
Yeah.
subconsciously there has to be a hatred root or a hatred rooted in hating women, because you're not trying a man like that. Why aren't you trying a man like that? Because you respect men. You don't want to. You wouldn't want to cross that boundary with no man, but because you don't respect women, you don't care about pushing that envelope with them.
I don't know if it's that they don't do it with men because they respect them. They don't do it with men because it ain't gonna work. It's like,
I mean,
you know
sometimes
what I'm
it
saying?
does. Now, not to say that men can't assault other men, because there have been
Right.
cases where that happens, and because
Mm-hmm.
it can happen. This type of abuse of power can happen in any situations. I mean, Terry Crews, and
Of
people
course.
made fun of him for coming out and sharing his story, but that's a real story where it's and he a big ass black nigga, that went into this office with this white man, and this white man still came on, proposition to him. So to your point, you are right. It ain't always about that, but
it's just the fact that they
it's
can.
crazy.
That's what it be.
Right.
That's what I think it's like. Oh, you got some mental things going on for real. Like it's something wrong with you.
Yeah.
Trey
I'm
Songz.
ready for us to cancel Trey Songz. I'm ready for us to unanimously let's really
Yeah, again, they've been trying. They have been trying, but that nigga, I'm telling you, he ducking and dodging.
He don't even sing that good. It's like I know y'all use that excuse for R. Kelly and all that, whatever, what the fuck ever. But he don't make timeless music. Trey Songz can go. We can give him up.
Oh yeah.
But
as long as it's out there, people gonna like it. As long as it's out there, some people gonna love it, some people gonna hate it. I feel like as far as him, just like everybody else, like if you want to listen to it, that's your house. You know what I'm saying? That's your Apple Music. I can't tell no grown person what to listen to, but as far as like, am I gonna go to the concert? Am I gonna like, oh, Trey Songz got a line coming out? Am I gonna be buying stuff? No.
Yeah, I don't listen to the music for real as much, but that's just something that I try to, because I know like subconsciously it's just like I don't want to be putting dollars and cents in their pocket. I'm just like, because I ain't worried about buying a concert ticket. I wasn't gonna never buy no concert ticket, but what I can do is like, I'm not gonna stream this song. The world is big enough where I can find some music to replace this shit with.
Absolutely.
So, moving on, another topic, and I think I saw this post on Spiritual Word. But it was
Spiritual Word.
Spiritual Word. How do we feel about messing around, kicking it, having a little rendezvous entanglement with your coworker or your supervisor? And have we ever done that before? And as a person who, I ain't gonna lie, I've hooked up with people I work with several times. I think it just depends on the individuals. Like sometimes it can get messy if you get all emotionally involved and engrossed in it, where it becomes this thing if it doesn't work out in your favor. But for me, I haven't really had any situations that ended bad for me because I wasn't looking for love, I guess, in my coworkers, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
I was here for a good time, not a long time. So yeah, but I don't necessarily not recommend it because I think it can kind of be fun to add a little spice to it. Like I've been in situations where I guess I can say this because I don't work no more. Like I was a leasing agent kind of sort of at one point, and I was hooking up with somebody I work with there, and we would like go into little places, like you can make it a little spicy, add a little thrill to it. But that's just me. But it can, I think when you start trying to be like seriously dating your coworkers and stuff, that's when it can get kind of real messy.
Like weird, yeah. I have dated one of my coworkers before. He's my boyfriend now. So that's how that went. When we was working at Big Lots, Because we were both working there part time. That's how we met, and it's funny
Mm-hmm.
because we actually didn't even like work together that much. It's like at
Mm-hmm.
first when he first started working there, we did, but I don't know if
Mm-hmm.
it was some hateration, holleration in the dancery of the schedule. Okay.
Not hateration.
I don't know. I don't know. It could have just been
The girls
coincidence.
was in the back like, not on my watch.
Yeah, like I don't. It's coincidence. I don't know, but it seemed like once we started like becoming friends, really, because we were friends first.
Mm-hmm.
Um, that's when we never worked together no more. So like
Wow.
it was occasional when we worked together, like
Mm-hmm.
every now and then. And so it's like we still work together, but we didn't. We could still
Mm-hmm.
talk about work because we were working at the same place, but I didn't
Mm-hmm.
have to deal with him at work all the time. And then when we really started getting close, it was we both didn't work there anymore. So
Right.
it wasn't super bad, but would I ever like do one of my supervisors? Yes, because I think it's kind of sexy. I don't know. I'm like one of those girls who likes like now not in the name of R. Kelly though, okay? It all in the name of legal. But
And consent.
and consent. But I am one of those girls who likes like, oh, the teacher, like
Role play like a
the role
little,
play,
yeah.
like the authority figure a little bit. Like
Right.
I'm not
Yeah.
mad at none of that. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I'm not mad at coming to
Mm-hmm.
the office because I'm in trouble.
Did
I'm okay with that.
I do something
Did I do something
wrong?
wrong? Yeah, I'm okay with it. So I
Punish
would,
me.
yeah. So I would, please. So I would talk to a supervisor or whoever. Like I'm not mad at it. I do, like you said. I agree. It has to be has to be somebody with sense. That's the thing.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes people get into situations with folks who don't have no damn sense. And before
Right.
you like really started fucking with them like that, you ain't really scoped the situation out. You just jump right
Right.
into it.
Mm-hmm.
Girls, just observe that nigga a little bit. Like see how he
Right.
move. Like if
Make
he
sure he don't talk too much. Cause that's
Mhm.
one thing. That's what be getting a lot of
Yeah.
y'all fucked up. Y'all
Mhm.
or the women or men, cause me and y'all
Yes.
watch this too. Don't hook up with Chatty Cathy
Mhm.
and belt out Betty
Mhm.
who wanna always tell all your
All your
business.
business. Yeah.
Because they the ones who gonna come back like, ooh, me and Sean hooked up, girl, and
Yep.
ooh, 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 ooh.
Yep.
And now everybody know your business.
Not
And now your
everybody at
supervisor,
work know how you get down. When I worked
now
at
your supervisor
Camp
looking
Tech,
at you like, can you come to my office?
exactly. When I worked at Camp Tech, that was oh my god, you didn't even really want to talk to anybody up there. Like I remember when I started working there, my dad was like, "Don't talk to nobody up there because they tell
Mm-hmm.
everything." If you sending pictures or whatever, they show everything to everybody. Like
See,
it was even a girl. These two girls got to fighting when I was there over a dude that worked there.
see.
And it was kind of messed up because the girl that like started the fight, she was real like aggressive. I don't want to say the other word. And the other girl was not. She was like a
Mm-hmm.
sweetheart, like one of those girls who was real quiet. Like she would talk to you if
Mm-hmm.
you talk to her, kind of girl. And she went
Oh.
up and like we used to have locks, like you would have a combination lock. We used to have
Mm-hmm.
locks for when you go inside the machine, you have to lock the door so it won't turn on. And she put
Mm-hmm.
her lock, I want to say in her hand or in her glove or something, and she hit the girl in the face with it. At work. And
Oh
yeah,
my
it was just very
goodness.
stupid over a nigga that looked like a clown.
It's always over an ugly ass nigga. And that's why I
Uh,
every time I say, if you want to fight over that nigga, you can have him. I'll get me another nigga. I will always find another man. You can have him, sis. I don't even want to fight over.
I just hate. I always hate when girls like who super like about their life go fight girls
Mm-hmm.
that they know is not. Because I feel like it's just an unfair. It's just an unfair thing, and that girl probably didn't even
I
know
don't
he
even
was
understand
talking
what you
to
gain from doing that.
him. Nothing. People
Like,
just ignorant. People just
Wow.
do
Now
that.
you showed you beat bitches up.
Yeah, and the bad part about it was they both got fired.
I was
And
gonna say, now you done lost your
yeah,
job, hoe.
they both got fired, and he still was working there.
And this moral of the story is stop fighting over these niggas. Go get
Yeah.
what Monique say. If that nigga fuck up, get you another one. And if that nigga fuck up, get you another one. And if them niggas get you two more niggas. Like, come on, y'all.
Please,
It's plenty
yeah.
of men out here.
Not that.
It's plenty. It's
Yeah.
plenty.
And honestly, if you're the kind of person that always talk to people at work, I would calm down on that. Like, I would put a limit on how many people
You don't need to
do
talk to
it.
more than one person at work. Oh,
Yes.
also, let me put that disclaimer.
Yes.
So I've never dealt with more than one person that I've worked with because that's real messy. That's real like
Yeah.
shitty where you sleep.
Yeah.
I think one is okay because sometimes it's like called proximity effect where you just be around somebody all the time and so much that you be y'all know how it is sometimes when you first meet somebody you ain't looking at them like that, but then by month 3 you like
They kind of cute.
I ain't know Jay was I ain't know he looked like that. So you might get caught up, but that don't mean you need to get with Jay, then Nick, then Kevin.
Yes.
No. You pick one rendezvous if you gonna do it. One.
Yeah, that ain't it.
And then you leave it at that.
That ain't it. And just like I say on here every damn week, when you a lady, all you got is your name. That's it. Once your name is fucked up, you gonna always be the little hoe at work. I don't give a damn what none of these damn live your life blogs and like you can do whatever you want. Sexual liberation. I don't give a fuck what none of them damn things say. When you do stuff like that, they gonna always see you as that little hoe at work.
Right.
So
you can do stuff like that, but just be prepared for the backlash.
Exactly.
Because I think that's what they don't say when they say stuff like that, where they be like, oh, you should be able to live your truth. Yes, you can live your truth, but also realize and understand that when you live your truth, that also opens the door up for people to comment on it.
Exactly. Or not only that, you can live your truth, but people are going to judge you.
Yeah.
It just is what it is. Like, it don't matter. That's just how it is. That's just how the world is turning right now, boo. If you can wear what you want to wear, you can do what you want to do. You can say what you want to say. You can fuck who you want to fuck. But just know, when you do that, the consequences is they're gonna think you that little hoe that be doing it. And so now they're gonna be on that kind of time with you. So if you don't want to be approached like that, you're gonna have to change how you present yourself to the world. That's all. Move in silence. Everybody don't have to know like that you're talking to so and so or that you doing.
Be a smart hoe.
Keep it real cute. Okay.
I keep trying to tell y'all. I be trying to tell y'all what I know, not what I heard, as your grandma used to say.
Keep it real cute.
I'm telling you, you can do a lot of things, but just don't talk about it. And not saying that you can't like talk to your friends or talk to people you can, confide in and trust. But a lot of y'all be wanting to take pictures and post this and show this. You want to show people that you making moves. It ain't everybody's business that you got shit going on. Just do what you do.
Just do it. Yeah.
And then you tell the story after the fact, because that's what I do. Like, I'm always enjoy a situation. And then if the situation go bad, then that's when I'll talk about it. But while I'm in the situation, I ain't saying shit.
At all. Yeah. I'm trying to tell you. Because that's the worst thing. Like, where you make your money, now people talking about you, not because of your work, but because of the other work you be putting in. Nah, that ain't it. That ain't it. Now, unless that kind of work is your job, then sure, maybe you want some rave reviews, honey.
Check the whole facts.
You know what I'm saying? Maybe that's what you want. But if you work in an office somewhere, girl.
Because people talk, people pay attention. That's like, let me tell you, people is always in people business. When you think they not, they are. Okay? So, yeah. If you gonna mess around with somebody at your job, which I think is fine, just make sure it's somebody who is responsible and mature and go keep their mouth shut. And you do the same.
Yeah. Be smart about it. You want
I
to
was
talk
gonna say,
about
did you
this
want to?
last one?
Uh,
We on hour 9.
yeah, we can. Let's go ahead, do a
Only
light
because
touch
it's
on it.
kind of got to do with what we talking about
Right.
now.
Right. That's all I'm saying. We can segue
Yeah.
into it. And pretty much what we talking about is doing what you want to do, but also receiving backlash and being open to people judging what you do. So as everybody knows, to me, Janelle Monáe has always been, for the most part, pretty like open for the most part. Like she came on the scene wearing the suits and all of that, but for the last few years, she's been very open about being fluid in her sexuality, comfortable with herself, comfortable in her body. She recently performed at Essence Fest this past weekend, and she raised her top up and showed one of her titties. And she did have a nipple pasty on, so it wasn't pure whole tit. It was a titty.
Yeah.
And everybody on the internet is like on Twitter and everything has been like dragging her for filth. And I don't understand why they're like, "Ooh, see, this. I wish you would put the suits back on. I hate it that this is what women have to do to become successful. They always have to put their bodies out and become overly sexual. It's obvious she's having a midlife crisis. She's too old to be doing this." Da, 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 da. I was like, damn, I didn't know it was an age limit on showing your titties because Tracy Ellis Ross just posted a picture today like this.
Yeah.
And ain't nobody saying shit. And she 50-something years old.
Yeah. You know, I think that one thing that the girls in our generation don't have that the women in the past generations always had was like this, like, I don't know, this air about them, the taste. You know what I'm saying? Like the tact, the class. Like that's one of the things like that I feel like older generations always did everything very like elevated. Where like even if it was raunchy, like they carried themselves a certain kind of way.
Josephine Baker. Wasn't
Yeah,
that her
like
name?
even Pam Grier, like as Foxy Brown, her titties and everything was out all the time, but she was always like very much placed in a certain kind of a way, like posed in a certain kind of a way, like they just had this like thing to them, and I think our generation really like lacks that, and it's unfortunate because that's what I feel
I was
like.
gonna say, is Janelle even in our generation? Because is she in her 40s?
Oh, I don't know, but I'm just saying she's like she's still like considered like a young artist. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
I don't. A lot of the aunties ain't listening to Janelle Monáe. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So that's why I said that. But I feel like sometimes nowadays the message get lost because of the way they do stuff. It's just like, yeah, I'm gonna put my titty out. Like I think sometimes that be the thing for other people. Like it's not done well, and sometimes a lot of the stuff that girls do nowadays, it is like hoochie. It is very much like cheap. Yeah, it is.
I didn't think he gave cheap.
I didn't think he gave cheap. I'm just saying overall, I think the way like people present themselves does give like cheap. Yeah, it does.
I think for like with girls closer to our age, yes. I personally don't have a problem with Janelle Monáe showing her titties off. I think that what happens, she got some nice titties. I think that what happens is, especially for a lot of women, I would say, because I think she might be like 35 plus.
The Googles.
What has happened is because of our generation being more fluid and more open and more liberated, a lot of older women are inspired by that. So you see a lot of women who might be 40 and they want to show their titties now, but it's because when they were 25, because of the times, you couldn't show your titties, because if you did, now you a hoe, now you a slut,
right.
now
She's
you can't get no husband.
By the way.
Okay, 37. So she ain't in her 40s, but 35 plus, like I
knocking
said.
on that door.
So right. So it's like, they could not be sexually liberated, individuals because of the times, you gotta be, ladies are seen and not heard.
All
and
that.
So it's like, I think that we should give some of our elder sisters a little grace and a little break, because it's just like,
Yeah.
imagine wanting to be something or a way your whole life, and you can't, but now you are, there's an opportunity or there's a time for you to be able to feel that freedom and feel that comfortability
Mm-hmm.
to be able to be like, you know what, I like have my titties out and not wearing no bra. And if y'all see my
Mm-hmm.
nipples, cool, or whatever. Cause I can only imagine, like, my grandma seeing me like this, she'll probably be like, you need to go put something on. I can see your nipples through your shirt. No. But it's just like,
Mm-hmm.
grandma, it's 90 degrees outside.
Yeah, like, the times is definitely different, just to say the
Mm-hmm.
least. Times is different. So like the things that's acceptable is totally, like, that span is a lot broader, a lot wider than what, our aunties and grandmas and our mamas even had to deal with.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, it's acceptable, I feel like, for like more younger people, but like when I even looked at the comments, it's more of the aunties and them that had something to say about it, like, oh my god, a titty, like, god,
Mm-hmm.
like, if they had something to say
On
about
Twitter, it
that.
was the young people that I saw. They was
Oh,
like, this
really?
lady having a midlife crisis. I was like, damn.
I
Did
mean,
she
'cause
show the titty?
I even saw them talking about Meg the Stallion being there, and like, of course, she's gonna twerk and like have her butt out, and they even talked about Trina, her outfit. Like, baby, they was going in on like the actual Essence comments. Baby, the aunties and
Uh-huh.
them were perplexed. They did not want to see
Oh.
all of that. They was like, I don't know if it's just me. I don't want to
So
see all
what
these.
did they want to see? Because they running out of old school acts. Ain't no more old school acts. So they gotta start
Exactly.
bringing some of the new school acts.
Exactly. But I don't know. I'm not mad at nobody being like free or liberated or nothing. Honestly, I wasn't real shocked that she did it, because she kind of been on
She
that kind of
push up.
time.
That's what
She
I'm
been on that
saying.
kind of time for a while. And when she put that video out, when she got out the
Lipstick
pool with
lover.
her boobs
Yeah.
out and everything, and like the
Lipstick
lipstick lover,
lover. Lover.
like, that's the
Lover.
kind of vibe she on right now. Like, she just, that's her vibe. I do think that people need to stop being so like married to like how artists used to be. Like,
Right.
artists, they change, they're normal people. They grow, they go through phases. You remember like back in the day where like every album was like an era for artists.
Right.
Like when Christina
Mm-hmm.
Aguilera did Dirty, it was giving like dirty blonde, black
She
track,
got. Is
heavy
she
eyeliner.
mixed?
Right.
Is she black?
Then she put the next album out. It was giving like old Hollywood glam, platinum blonde hair, red lip. Like,
Mm-hmm.
the look change. I feel like she's kind of doing that. Like, she's just giving us different artistic expression. And I really don't feel like it's
Right.
that deep. But
Or
again,
Erica Badu. I mean, look at Erica Badu's career.
yeah.
Where, when Erica Badu first came out, she was very, a certain way. And then by the time she got
Yeah.
to the album with Window Seat, where she showed her whole ass in the
Yeah.
video, it's like, and I remember when that video came out, everybody was like, Erica Badu showing her ass. I can't believe it. It's Erica Badu. And it's like, you evolve over time,
Yeah. I just think now we in that space where, like, because we know a lot of artists like show a lot on purpose, people
Mm-hmm.
have a hard time deciphering whether like it's you being true to yourself and just like being
Mm-hmm.
free, or whether you're just doing it to like getting in to fit in type of thing. You
Right.
know what I'm saying? Because some of the
Mm-hmm.
nudity that we see, I do feel like it's unnecessary. Like, it's,
Right. Oh, no, I agree.
it's just a lot on purpose. And so I
Mm-hmm.
think that's also where people at with it too. It's like, goddamn, like, we used to like you because you was wearing the suits and stuff all the time, and you be sharp, and now you got your titties out. Like, what's going on?
Mm-hmm.
So I think people just don't know always how to sit with that, and since they don't, she not one of them people that we just know a whole lot about. Like, she
Right.
just really started doing interviews and stuff. She's always been kind of like mysterious, and
Mm-hmm.
so because we don't know her, we don't really know what her intentions are, always
Right.
behind everything and what the thought process is. So I don't know. I that's just how people react to it. I'm not mad ever at seeing Janelle Monáe titties. Again, they are pretty titties. Perfect.
I'm not mad at you showing your, as long as it's just showing titties and you ain't on stage like fingering your coochie or something. Like,
yeah, like I'm cool with it. But
show your titties off. Like, hey, the right time, the right place, and a couple of drinks, I might pull my titty out. So
I ain't pulling my titties out.
I'm not gonna lie. I would probably pull my titty out at the right place at the right time. I'm not going to lie. So I'm not judging nobody. Y'all know I'm not gonna sit up here and judge nobody. So Janelle, Monáe, keep showing your titties.
Again, it's kind of like what we just said. If you gonna do stuff like that, just know everybody's not gonna like it. Right. Everybody's not gonna be like, "Yay, free the titty." Everybody ain't on that kind of time. Like, if you decide to do stuff like that, just know that people gonna talk about it. Like, people are going to say things about it. I'm not a celebrity, or we're not celebrities, so I don't know how it must feel for like millions of people to be coming on something that you feel like you're doing for yourself. But you have to know that when you do something, it may or may not cause.
It's open for interpretation.
Yeah, so just be aware that if you show your titties, motherfuckers might talk about it. It ain't that we don't like you. We just didn't know you was gonna pull your titties out. That's all. You know. And it's at Essence Fest. I feel like if it was at like Coachella or Pride or like something like Rolling Loud or some shit.
But see, it was bare titty. She had a nipple cover on, so there's no difference in her doing that and Lil' Kim showing up to, what was that, the Grammys with her titty out. Like,
that was a thing. Like, that was,
I know it was. I know, but I'm just saying, like, at this point, titties is titties. We see titties everywhere. Titties on the front of magazines. Titties on, they post titties everywhere. And hers was a covered, tastefully titty. It wasn't no just bare nipple out titty. So yeah, but it was Essence Fest. So sometimes you got to know that Essence Fest is the auntie crowd. So a lot of them probably gonna feel some type of way about that. So.
Yeah, I think that.
But we love it over here. Show the titties.
Show the titties.
And I think that's about it for us today, y'all. Cause I got some 4th of July festivities to get to. I don't know about Jessica.
No. I think my mom is gonna cook a little bit, but that's about it.
Oh, okay. Well, I do. I'm going to my brother's. So I still gotta go to the store and get some drinks and stuff. So y'all make sure y'all follow us. It's always down here below. Also in the description box below, box bar, whatever.
Okay.
You can follow us. You can follow me on my Instagram at the real Abni Ayana and on Twitter at _Abni Ayana _.
And you can follow me on Instagram at _ the real Jessica Monique. You can follow me on TikTok, honey, at the real Jessica _ Monique. And again, thank you so much for watching. We are almost at 90 subscribers. I think we have like one more. We're at 89.
Let's get it to 100. Fuck 90.
Right, let's get to 100. And our shorts are doing really good on YouTube too. So thank you for watching. Make sure you comment. Make sure
you on Instagram. Y'all watching the reels.
We will see you next week. Bye.
Have a happy and safe 4th. Or hope y'all have one.
You got the swag, so she drippin' swag.